What's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth. One of my friends, hey friend, I know she watching. Girl, she texted me today trying to start an argument, and I'm like, girl, why? You're like, girl, why aren't you bothering me? And then I started to put two and two together. So what it was is I didn't know Chris Brown was supposed. I think Chris Brown is here tonight, and she wants to go to the Chris Brown concert. And she's upset because those ticket prices, she said she keeps checking the ticket prices and they haven't decreased. She said, if anything, they keep going up. I said, oh, that's what it is. You mad, and I'm the person that you taking your anger out on. I'm the punching bag, basically, right? You mad because, girl, you thought you was going to wait till the day of, an hour or two before the concert started to get you a cheap ticket. Instead of the prices going down, girl, they keep going up. And so, girl, because you mad at Chris Brown or Ticketmaster or whomever you mad at, girl, the first person, the easiest person to take your anger out on is me. I said, okay, I'm gonna be the punching bag for today. But baby, I didn't do it. Baby, I'm not in charge of the prices. I'm not in charge of the prices. I'm not in charge of the tickets. I'm not in charge. I'm over minding my business. And you text me, girl, trying to start an argument about Chipotle. Girl, no, for real. I'm like, girl, I ain't even said that, girl. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh, this is what it's about. Then she mentioned Chris Brown. I was like, oh, so you mad at me? Oh, you really mad at them, but you're taking it out on me. Okay, I get what you're trying to say. Anyways, you know what? Then we're going to get into hot topics. FedEx. I'm so sick and tired of FedEx. I was supposed to receive a package on Friday. They came. They couldn't get inside of my building. Sometimes it is a tad bit complicated to get to my front door. Okay. Secure, baby. Okay. So they came Friday and they couldn't get in. And so they took a picture of the front gate, basically letting us, you know how they take a picture to let you know, girl, I was here. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And I tried to redirect the package to like a pickup location, but because I put to sign for the package, they wouldn't allow me to redirect the package. So I said, okay, whatever. You know, they couldn't get in. They tried. They said they'll deliver it on Monday. Cool. So I went to Dallas this weekend and I was thinking about either coming back today, which is Monday, or either yesterday. I ended up actually coming back yesterday. Um, and so I went to the website, and they give you options to have your package delivered between a certain time. So I was like, they said that the package will be here Monday before 12. But I was thinking if I stay in Dallas until Monday, I won't be back into town until like before 5 o'clock. It won't be before noon. And so I paid $5.55 to have the package delivered to my home today between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Because again, I was thinking I didn't know if I was going to still be out of town on Monday or Sunday, but I ended up coming back Sunday. So I've been here all day. I have not walked out this apartment until I had to walk out this apartment. And so I went to sleep late. Y'all know I go to sleep late, baby. I went to sleep real late, around like 6 or 7. And then I woke up around 11. And I got this bad. Girl, I check my messages. Like, you know, like you wake up, like go to the restroom or something, you check your messages, and then it'd be like out of sight, out of mind. So when I do wake up, girl, I don't even check my messages. I just look and see. And I do that all the time, and I still haven't. It still doesn't register. Go make sure you just check your messages because you've already literally checked your messages, but because the number disappears, I think I ain't got no messages, even though I checked my messages when I woke up out of my sleep. Anyways, so I saw that they said they tried to deliver the package. I'm like, wait, why would they try to deliver my package? And the package is not supposed to be delivered until between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm thinking it's a mistake. So I go back to sleep. Okay. And then I woke up again around 12 something. And I just got up. And then I was like, what's going on? And so I clicked on, because they sent me a text message and an email. So I clicked on the link, and it shows a picture. This looks like the same picture from Friday. So I'm like, I know the person who delivered this ain't like, is it a coincidence? Shout out to Nene Leaks that they were in the same spot, the same gate, the same, because there's different gates to get inside my building. Like this looks like the same picture, like the same picture. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm logging onto the website. What's going on? Like, I need my package, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm like, I'm not even going to trip because I know this is a mistake. Because I literally paid the $5.55. That's what they were going to charge. That's what they charged me. It was either that or I could do $11.80 to have it like between, I can't remember the options. But mine was between 5 and 8 for $5.55. So, girl, I'm sitting here. I made a video. And another thing too, girl. That's why I had to just charge it to the game on Friday because they did call my phone. But I don't know what I did to my phone, but my phone is on Do Not Disturb. So only a handful of people can really get through, like my sister, my mama, my nieces, my brother-in-law. Like, you know how like they have the emergency bypass? You know what I'm saying? So I got a handful of people that even if my phone is like, is off, my phone's still gonna ring, I'm still gonna hear a text message. So anyways, somehow, I guess my hand must have clicked one of the buttons. I never had Do Not Disturb on. I just had it where if my phone is off, I mean, like if my ringer is off, you know what I'm trying to say, where like certain people can come through. But I never just had it set up. You know, like you can set your phone up for Do Not Disturb between this time and this time. I don't remember doing my phone like that. So I look at my phone Friday and it says Do Not Disturb. I'm like, when did I do this? So they tried to call my phone, but my phone wasn't ringing. Well, I didn't hear my phone ringing. So anyways, today I'm sitting here. I did my not Real Housewives of Atlanta. I did what is it called? The Love and Marriage Huntsville video review. And I started that around like 3, finished that around 4. And I'm sitting here, I got my pants on, a t-shirt, just in case if they call me and say, hey, we're downstairs. At 5, like if they came right at 5, I was going to already be prepared to just throw my little slides on and run downstairs, get my package and come back up. So I'm really just sitting here waiting. And I'm like, girl, something going on. I was like, I don't think these people are coming today. So I call the number. I can't get in contact with nobody at customer service. Customer service is pretty much non-existent, okay? So then I finally called one of the stores, a store up the street. And it was a black, well, he sounded black, I don't know. It was a guy who answered the phone. Well, it sounded like a guy, I don't know. It was a person who answered the phone. And they were cool. And so I'm trying not to have an attitude because really and truly, I look at stuff a little different. To me, when you are dealing with people in customer service, as crazy as this is going to sound, you have to be nice to them. Dude, you got to be nice even if they got an attitude, because at the end, because they really hold all the power. They really do. They can either help you or because you got a fucked up attitude, they cannot help you. So I really can't really have, even though I got an attitude because I feel like I know what's about to happen, I can't really have an attitude because I really need this man to help me because I need my package like right now. So anyways, he transfers me to customer service. He really couldn't do nothing, girl. So he transfers me to customer service. And so a guy answers. I'm assuming it was a guy. And you know, you gotta sound now I gotta sound like a man. Now I gotta sound like, now I gotta put my man voice on. You know what I'm saying? So I just asked him. No, I told him. I said, the problem that I'm having is that someone tried to deliver my package today before noon, but I requested for the package to be delivered today between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I was also charged a fee to make that happen. So I said, I'm having a hard time trying to understand, why would someone try to come to my building today outside of the hours between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m.? Because that is the time that I selected to receive my package. So why did they show up today at 11 something in the morning? This motherfucker tells me, well, when you did the request, it didn't go all the way through. I said, well, that $5.55 that y'all charged me went through. He says, yes, sir. He goes, I can see where the request was made, but because the request didn't follow all the way through, that's why they still came today came today outside of the time that you requested. I said, you know what? I just need to get my package. Is there any way that I can go to a location to get my package? He tells me it's at the FedEx off Holly Hall. Some of y'all don't know, some of y'all know. Off 288, which ain't too far from me. So he just tells me, just make sure you have the number and your ID. And I said, what about my $5.55? Because y'all host FedEx, bitch, you ain't gonna get rich off me. Give me my motherfucking money back. Because you ain't did your job. Y'all took that $5.55 from my card, talking about it ain't go all the way through. The request didn't go all the way through. Well, that request for that $5.55 went through. So somebody needs to refund them. But when I tell I was so fucking pissed off. And then I'm gonna tell you what even pissed me off even more, y'all. Bitch, I threw it away. I opened up my door to walk outside. And as I'm about to lock my door with my finger, I look at my door and I see a sticky from FedEx. Let me tell you something, FedEx. Count your motherfucking days. Bitch, I've been in this apartment all goddamn day long. I done stepped foot outside until I had to go step outside to do your fucking job. No, what it was girl, who I don't know who had my package. Sometimes they'll give you a package to like a delivery person. It may not necessarily be the FedEx person. So I don't know what FedEx got going on over there. I feel like nobody came to my apartment, and then I feel like somehow they just told like a random FedEx person, baby, just go put a note on the door and say that we tried to deliver the package today, even though they didn't get it. Because there's no way that y'all came to this door. Bitch, where y'all think I live? The White House? Bitch, my apartment is 600 and something square feet. Girl, I would have heard anybody scratch on the door, knock on the door, bitch, even breathe outside my door. Why is there a note on my door telling me that basically I wasn't home? Bitch, I've been at this house all day. I walked inside my apartment from Dallas yesterday at 4 something p.m. I left, went to my sister's home, came back, and I ain't left this apartment since. So I don't know what FedEx got going on. When I said, bitch, I was living. Y'all ain't tried to deliver that package. There's no way. There's no way. But then y'all got the nerve to put a motherfucking note on my door, acting as if y'all tried to deliver that package. Like I wouldn't have heard y'all knock on the door. Bitch, I don't sleep like a piece of stone. Now, sometimes I could be knocked out. Yes, I can. Because I don't sleep that hard to the point where I can't hear a motherfucker knock on the door. Girl, what y'all? Girl, this ain't no fucking Sleeping White. Girl, what is it called? Snow White? Sleeping Beauty? I don't know. What are the white girl? What are the white girls in a Disney movie? I think it's Snow White. Was it Snow White who was knocked out? Bitch. Anyways, I got my package. And I forgot to even bring up my $5.55 because you know what it was? Okay, I didn't think I just hold on. I really didn't forget. I'm a call. Because girl, it was an older black lady. She was super, 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 super nice. Girl, you know you cannot. Well, for me, I can't have attitudes of people who nice to me. Okay, and then on top of that, girl, really and truly, I need you to, girl, I just need you to give me my package because girl, you'll fuck around and tell me some shit like, well, we can't, girl, the package not in the back, it's still out on the truck. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit. That's some shit they'll tell you because you got an attitude. So one, I'm not gonna get an attitude because really and truly, I need you to get my package. And then on top of that, girl, the older black lady was really, really nice. And then I thought, well, it was two ladies. I thought I was gonna go to her. I could tell how nice she was by the other two people that she had helped in front of me. And then the line got long, so she called out another girl. Well, she called out somebody else, and the girl came out, was a black girl, and she was nice too. So I really couldn't have an attitude because the person who actually helped me, she was really, really nice. Anyways, so fuck FedEx. Once I do not like FedEx. I do not like FedEx. I do not like FedEx. I don't. Anytime I order something and I know that it's coming through FedEx, I instantly get nervous because I already know it's about to be some fuck shit. I already know. Every time I order anything and I see that the carrier is going to be FedEx, I start to have an anxiety attack. I start to have a panic attack. Girl, my system starts to break down. Girl, because FedEx can never do right. I used to have that problem with UPS, but not UPS so much because anytime I get a package delivered to UPS, now I have it set up in the UPS system where it goes to a certain location. So I don't have issues with UPS anymore, thank God. Amazon, I never really had problems with. I think I had an issue with Amazon one time, but for the most part, I never have an issue with Amazon. The United States Postal Service never really have an issue with. It's always FedEx. FedEx, y'all hoes are so motherfucking disrespectful and ignorant. They will leave your shit on the goddamn sidewalk. I have seen it happen before. It's happened to me before. One time they left my motherfucking TV outside. I was saying that it was on the outside of the building, but it wasn't. I forgot. That's what pissed me off about it. Because they got inside of the gate. Whoever it was, girl, pushed that TV right inside of the gate and then closed that gate. Bitch, you're inside the gate. Why would you leave my TV? And girl, the people at the apartment complex called my phone one day and said, hey, Mr. Mitchell, I think there's a TV downstairs. Bitch, what? I had just moved over here. I had ordered the TV from Walmart because it was on sale. And then I ended up returning the TV anyways because one, the TV was too small, and then two, the TV didn't even work. A mess. Before they moved our mailbox, anyone could access our mail. Like you could. Anybody, you didn't have to even live in our apartment because it was basically inside of the garage. So if once the garage gate lifts open, anybody can just walk through. And the mailbox was right there and they didn't have a gate. So anybody could access the mailbox. They would just sit your stuff right there. I remember one time they said somebody's stuff outside. Somebody had some Nikes. Girl, that was going off on the community wall. Girl, they said they opened up the boxes. Girl, the Nikes was gone. They said FedEx can't show motherfucking days. FedEx is the motherfucking devil. I do not like FedEx. And if y'all work for FedEx, it's no shade. But baby, y'all gonna have to do better. Anyways, girl, I done ran my mouth about FedEx for two. Girl, and Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's, bitch, count your days too. Girl, baby, Bloomingdale's, they finally did right by me today. I just got off the phone. Girl, matter of fact, I ain't gonna show you my business. I just got off the phone with Bloomingdale's right before I made this video. And some white lady, she was nice. She actually knew what she was doing. Anyways, girl, I had a $200. I have a $200. Like $200 in point, like $200 basically. You know, like when you buy stuff and it accumulates points. Anyways, I'll tell that story another day. What are we talking about today? Let me see what's going on. Girl, listen to this. So Keke Wyatt's son Raja Key Morton, you know I would mess somebody's name up, accuses her of exploiting his cancer battle for attention. She allegedly called it karma because he's LGBTQ plus. Keke Wyatt's 23-year-old son, Raja, is accusing his famous singer mother of using and exploiting his cancer battle for attention, alleging, hold up, is this on? Okay. Alleging she told him he was diagnosed with the illness as karma for being gay. In 2017, Wyatt announced her son's cancer diagnosis in an Instagram post. In it, she also told her fans that she planned to shave her head in solidarity with her son. Morton, who was diagnosed with stage 4 leukemia, now updates that he is in remission. Since his diagnosis, he successfully underwent chemotherapy and beat the disease in 2018. On Friday, September the 5th, Morton decided to join the Put a Finger Down TikTok trend and made the allegations about his famous mother. He claimed he thought the trend was relatable and wanted to share his story. He added that he's not bashing his mother at all. He just wanted to start blogging and thought this trend was a perfect start. Now, Keke came out and said this. Ooh! Oh, girl, we can't be getting our stuff demonetized. Hold up. She said, I will publicly address this one time only. I love my son and I love all of my children. I love all people. Anyone who truly knows me understands there's not a homophobic bone in my body. Like any parent, every day is not sunshine, but my love for my children never changes. I kindly ask that that you respect our family, keep us in your prayers, and allow us the privacy to move forward in peace. Love y'all, Keke. Listen, all I can say is this. As hard as it may be for people to believe, I'm not necessarily saying that it's Keke, but what I will say is this. I 1,000,000% believe that yes, you can grow to or just love your brother who might be gay or your sister who might be gay. But I always believe that, girl, sometimes, based off of what I've seen from people, it's a tad bit different when your own child is a faggot. When your own child is a punk, it's a lot different for some of the girls and boys. They'll have a best friend who's gay. Baby, they'll be out and kiki and laugh with the gays. Hey, Carisha. Hey, Santana. Remember Carisha being down to the Breakfast Club saying if she found out her son was gay? It was years ago when she said it, but she said it. If she found out her son was gay, she was gonna beat his ass. But her best friend is supposedly Saucy Santana. Girl, one of the boys who walks around here with a full face and girl, 14-inch nails. Girl, 2, 3, 4 BBLs. Right, that's Santana. So I'm not saying that Keke is homophobic. But what I am saying is that just because Keke has gay brothers and just because she may treat her brothers a different way doesn't necessarily negate that she could have done the opposite for her child. I also believe, based off of what I remember Keke mama acting, how her mama cut up and act a fool before, how Keke cuts up and acts a fool, I can see Keke doing some shit like that. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I also believe that I always felt like something was wrong with Keke. Listen, my sister has 3 kids. Brittany got 2 kids. My friend Deanna got 5 kids. Okay? But I always feel, and it's no shade to the girls and boys with 15 kids. Keke reminds me of that girl down to the Women of Brewster Place. It's a movie called The Women of Brewster Place. And I always question people who I know somebody gonna say, well, in the Bible say you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply, girl. Keke, anytime I see somebody who just wants to have baby after 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 baby, I always start to think that something might be wrong with you. I'm not no doctor, so I don't know. It was a lady on this movie called Women of Brewster Place, and she always wanted to have kids because, like, once the kid got a certain age, always wanted to have babies because anytime the babies, of course, grow up, she feels as though like there's a void of someone needing her, right? Like a man will leave me. My kids will grow up, but this baby is going to need me, right? And so I always look at Keke like the girl off the Women of Brewster Place. Girl, like, why do you have so many kids? Let me stop trying to beat around the bush. I believe that boy. Okay, I believe the son. I do. If it come out that he lying, then we're gonna tug on his bald headed ass. But girl, I believe the son. I believe the son. I do. Based off of how I've seen Keke cut up on TV and how based off of the family she comes from, I can see Keke. Yes, Keke does have a gay brother or two, I believe. One of the brothers I know is gay. He thick and fine. He used to sing with Keke sometimes. Keke does have gay brothers, but I don't think that means that just because you have gay brothers, that don't mean that if your son turned out to be gay, girl, you will just be accepting. I don't buy it. You will hope that they do, but I could see Keke telling her son some shit like that. I could. But girl, can we just talk? Can we have some kitchen table talk? Bitch, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all, bitch, if you got 11 kids, bitch, 2 of them gonna be punks, one gonna be trans, and one gonna be a lesbian. So if you think you're gonna have 10 or 11 kids and every single one of them is heterosexual, girl, you in for a rude motherfucking awakening, bitch. You might fuck around and have 3 kids as punks. Girl. And 1 that's trans and 2 that's lesbians, girl. So, girl, y'all be wanna have all the fucking kids and be surprised that girl, one of them is a kissing lesbian. Girl, oh girl, one of them like to do splits and kissing cartwheels in the backyard. Okay? Or one of them, girl, want to wear dresses and pumps. Girl, one of them got a little Caitlyn Jenner in her. You know what I'm saying? A little T.S. Madison. You know? Girl, some of them got a little, a little lesbian in them. Just a little gay. They just a little gay. Anyways, girl, we're just talking today, child. Hopefully they can, figure it out. That's his mama. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. Child, this is according to the Jasmine brand. Vanessa Bryant shuts down pregnancy rumors. So Vanessa Bryant is begging the public to come up with a new rumor about her. The widow of the late Kobe Bryant shared a pic enjoying a honey deuce cocktail, the signature drink at the U.S. Open, to shut down growing speculation that she's pregnant. Vanessa captioned the post, "Keep me posted on how this imaginary pregnancy rumor is coming along. 24 years later, same rumor." Vanessa sipping, not expecting. Can I say something? I don't think we had this conversation before about Vanessa. I think that when people say their vows, I don't know if people really know what they're saying when they say their vows. I hear people say, one of the things I hear people say, until death do us part. Well, guess what? Death has parted Vanessa and Kobe. So even if Vanessa decided the next day to start dating, why would it be a problem? It may look a little trifling, but if Vanessa held up her end of the bargain, if she honored her vows, then why would there be an issue? Because you know who did not honor their vows? Oh. The fact that people still expect Vanessa 5 years after a nigga done died to still be single and not be able to move on is a problem. Even if Vanessa was over there pregnant with 3 children, with triplets, what would be the problem? Hell, when Kobe was alive, girl, he didn't even honor his marriage. But y'all expect Vanessa to honor a marriage, girl, when a nigga is dead? All I'm saying is Vanessa honored her wedding vows. She did. Her wedding vow. So if Vanessa was pregnant, what's the problem? Girl, what's the problem? I I don't see what the problem is. It's kind of like when Nene. I remember I said I felt the same way about Nene and Greg. When Nene popped up with that man about 2 or 3 weeks after Greg had passed away, I didn't necessarily see a problem with it. Nene, first of all, I really felt like Nene and Greg were just. I think towards the end of their marriage, I think Nene and Greg were just like friends. I think that they had an understanding based off of what Nene said down to lip service. They had an open marriage. They had rules in place, and Greg was still. And Greg, that's another thing too. Like y'all be want to praise Greg. Greg was still an ain't shit. I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta just call it for what it. Greg. And I'm a girl. The simple fact that your wife has come to an agreement with you to allow you to go out here and do your thing, and the only thing that she requested that you don't fuck no bitch that's in her circle, and you start talking to a girl that's not only in her circle but basically works at her store, someone, girl, an employee. Like you have the freedom to go out here and talk to any woman you want to outside of the women that may be connected to Lanithia, and you still can't do that, right? But yeah, I don't really see a problem with Nene did, because to me, in my head, Nene and Greg were that marriage was already over. Legally, were they married? Yes, but I felt like they were more so like brother and sister. I do. I just felt like Nene couldn't lead once she found out Greg was sick. Nene was kind of stuck, because like who leaves a sick person? Girl, a lot of people. But the women not gonna leave though. The niggas would be gone. Baby, I guarantee you, baby, by the time Nene would have passed away, baby, Greg would have had a whole new wife. And baby, that bitch probably would have been pregnant. Shout out to Vanessa though. Shout out to Nene. Shout out to Kobe Bryant, and shout out to Greg. I'm just saying. We gotta tell the truth and shame the devil sometimes, y'all, even though it might be hard. Vanessa don't owe nobody shit no more. Kobe is dead. He not coming back. Vanessa has every right to move on with her life if she chooses to do so. If she chooses not to, that's fine. But I don't think that she should feel guilty if she does. I don't think that even if she popped up pregnant tomorrow, I don't think that she owes anybody anything. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on, y'all. I just feel like being messy and talking about somebody. Like that ain't what I've been doing this whole video. Listen, so they said the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they were in Dallas this past weekend. I guess it was their first domestic trip. Can I just say something about the Real Housewives of whatever? I just, I don't know. I know that maybe we are sometimes too hard on Atlanta, because I do remember like Salt Lake City taking a trip to like Minnesota, some shit like that. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know. They were in Dallas. They were in Dallas, and I'm like, okay, girl, whatever. I just want to talk about this picture and how everyone in this picture, I don't know where they're going. I want to start out. from right to left. Look at this picture. So we see the picture of the cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17. Drew. I don't know where Drew was going. Drew looks cute, but where is she going? Drew looks like she was probably out running errands, and then she got a call to her children's school, and because she didn't really want to walk in with her arms out or with her boobs out, she saw a shirt sitting in her back seat, and she put the shirt on to try to cover up a little bit so she wouldn't look half naked walking into the school, because it appears as though she just has on a sports bra and like some workout gear. Girl, K Michelle. K Michelle look like it's a Friday at a downtown office. She's a secretary who's showing too much cleavage at work, and she might be fucking the boss. That's what K Michelle is giving me. What K Michelle? K Michelle look cute though, but I'm just saying I'm painting the picture that everybody look like they're going different places. Cynthia, Cynthia look like she's going to the BET Awards, NAACP. Go to the Hip Hop Awards. I don't know who this lady is right here with these black slacks and this white shirt on. I don't know. I don't care. Portia. Of course, Portia look cute. Portia look like she might be going to happy hour to meet the girls. Friday night. We've been working. Not even happy hour. She like she going out to meet the girls for dinner. That's what Portia like she going. I really can't see Phaedra's outfit. She look like Phaedra. Miss Slutty Vegan, Pinky Cole. I don't know. Pinky, I like the suit. Pinky's a pretty woman, but I don't know where she going. I just see some white tennis shoes and a lime green suit and a baseball hat. I don't know what's going on in this picture. Then we got Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff. Shimmy looked like she was probably like going to play tennis, and then she got a phone call that said, "Girl, we going out." And then she said, "Oh, girl, I think I got some heels in the back of my trunk." And these are the first heels that she saw and the first heels she put on her feet. Shamil don't look bad. She don't look bad. I know some people were tearing Shamil up online, but Shamil just doesn't look horrible to me. I was like, girl, this look like she probably like was out somewhere and just threw some heels on. But Shamil don't look bad to me at all. But the people don't like Shamil. Girl, that's it, baby. Y'all be oh my God, I have to give a shout out to speaking of Shamil, I ran into a cousin the other day. Shamil, I ran into a cousin named Shamil, and I had went to a store to get some ice cream, and she worked there, and she actually purchased the ice cream for me. So I felt real special. Girl, that ice cream was $5. So I was like, girl, you don't have to. You don't know if you want to bless me, you can bless me, okay? But you don't have to, girl. So she bought my ice cream. I thought that was really, really nice. And then I also met her mother, kind of, not really. She said she found out through me about through her mother. Her mother is named Caroline. So shout out to Shamia and Caroline. And then she called her mother on FaceTime. But I think, Caroline, I couldn't see your face. So I was like this, hey. She was like, oh my God, I look a mess. I couldn't even see you, girl. But anyway, so yeah, shout out to Shamia and shout out to Caroline. I think it's Carolyn. Carolyn or Carolyn. And then Kelly. I don't know what Kelly got on. All I'm gonna say is this. I know for a fact it was hot as fuck. At least, okay, it wasn't hot as fuck. Because at nighttime, believe it or not, it started to cool down. And at one point in Dallas, it was like 68 degrees. It looked like she got on a jacket. I think she got on some chaps. Or is that leather? Is it pants or denim and leather? I don't know what Kelly got on. Kelly look a mess. No, Kelly looks a mess. Maybe this might look different when she gets once we if we see it on TV, because every scene they shoot doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make it on the show. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, y'all. And then Angela, from what I can see, don't look bad. I mean, I don't know, girl. I was just looking at this like, girl, this is a lot. Everybody is going to different places. That's what some of the cousins were saying online, and I was like, I have to agree. Everybody don't. I don't expect the girls to dress the same. No, but what I'm saying is, it's kind of like if they say, "Girl, we're going to dinner," we're gonna expect the girls to probably dress up a little bit. Or, hey, girl, we're going to a formal. Of course, we're going to expect the girls to have on, formal attire. But in this photo, I was like, girl, I don't know where they're going, because you have Drew, who has on athleisure wear. You have K Michelle, who's dressed like she's going to office on Friday. Matter of fact, girl, you know what it was? K Michelle had that app. K Michelle, you know what it was? K Michelle went to work. That shirt was buttoned up, and then when she got off work, she unbuttoned the shirt. That's why her titties out. But when she was at work, girl, she had the shirt buttoned up. That's what it was. And then Cynthia, like, she went to the BET Awards. Let me stop complaining, because I'm gonna be watching season 17. Like I was saying, sometimes I do think we are harder on Atlanta and Potomac. But also, girl, and not to defend, but those are the shows that I pretty much mostly watched up until I started, kind of reviewing the predominantly white shows. Um, but I feel like I'll be on their ass too, quiet as it's kept. Hello. Um, anyways, all right, y'all. I'm gone. I need to run to the grocery store. Oh no, I don't. I got something in the kitchen I can cook. I forgot I had one of those little, those little meals you can buy. It tells you the calories on the front package. Like, it'll be 570 calories, 400 calories, 700 calories, like those type of meals. They sell them at HEB. They're really, really good. They have different ones. I like the stuffed salmon, and then it has some asparagus. It was so good. And then I have another one. It's like a lemon pepper salmon with some rice, and then like some broccoli. Oh, that one is good too. Those are like my two favorite ones. They have like a shrimp like fettuccine, but it's not necessarily. It's like some type of. It's not really that good because they ain't got no taste to it. So you kind of gotta like dress it up. But I feel like that's the whole purpose of getting it. I don't know, but the stuffed salmon is actually, it has taste. Even though you do have to kind of like dress it up just a tad bit, it's still good though. So I'm gonna go in there and make me put that stuffed salmon in the oven. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.